you have to be patient. You have to get through that next day. And with time, it does get better. So you just have to allow yourself to push forward. You really, really have to be patient with yourself, the people around you, and the situation that we're in. 100%.
Welcome to another dose of Empire, where we share stories to elevate and inspire. My name is Mimi, and I'll be your host for today. I am honored to introduce our next guest. She's a motivator, a hair guru, and host of Curl Talk. Please help me welcome Stephanie Burrell.
2020 was a tough year for a lot of people, so I want to acknowledge that. But that being said, I do think it's good to look at the positive of what has happened to you. I know for me, there was a lot of awareness that happened, and I think there was something new that happened to a lot of us as well. So my question to you is, what is one of the best things that happened to you in 2020?
One of the best things. As you said, 2020 was very difficult. I guess I'll highlight a rough patch, but what made me realize that everything was going to be okay. The month of November was really, really hard for me. I was going through a personal life situation that affected me dearly and affected me work-wise, personal life-wise. It just destroyed me. On top of that, I had learned that my grandmother was dying from cancer. So with that, thank you. I know she's in good hands right now. So I didn't know any of that, and neither did my siblings. So we were kind of just told to fly in with no warning. Nothing was said to us. So when we saw her, it was just a realization like, oh my gosh, life is short and she will leave us any moment. So when I came back, I just, whatever was that situation that was affecting me dearly, I kind of just changed that in my mindset. Like, okay, life is short. I have to get out of this funk. I had to remove myself from this negative space because I was talking down to myself. At a point, I truly believed that I hated myself. So once I saw my grandmother and I knew mentally that would be my last goodbye, I kind of just shifted gears. And I kid you not, I think it was like the week after I received a blessing, and life started kind of picking up again. So I truly believe like that was like, it was a sad moment, but it definitely brought me back. It centered me 100%, because I think in that stage I was becoming a little selfish and neglectful, if that makes sense. Like I was selfish, only thinking about myself, but also neglecting like myself personally and emotionally and physically and all that. So once I made that shift, things made more sense, and I saw things in a different light, for sure.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that. And my condolences. I'm so sorry to hear about your grandmother. My grandmother, I can totally relate. Totally relate. The last time I was in Haiti was because of the funeral of my grandmother. So I can, as I'm listening to the story, I can totally relate. Being in a funk and also losing someone that was so dear to me. But I have to admit, it took me a while, and I think I got lucky to get out of the funk. But I think sometimes we need these impact to really help us get to the next stage of our lives. And I think that's one of the reasons, even though 2020 came with a lot of whew, whew, um, even for me, I think I love your share because you said that gave you that wake up call, and it was just that one thing that really allowed you to really get to that next stage. What would you say to anyone who is in that funk right now? What word of encouragement would you tell them to um, really make it to the other side?
I it's tricky, but I am a true believer that time heals all. You have to be patient. You have to get through that next day. And with time, it does get better. So you just have to allow yourself to push forward. You really, really have to be patient with yourself, the people around you, and the situation that we're in. 100%.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Listen, it is a struggle for me. So I see a professional. I had to, because I was in that funk very deep. And I think one of the things she says is give yourself time. And I think I couldn't agree with you more. Sometimes, I used to be a runner. I used to run 400 and 200 meters. So I always want to get to the next stage, like tomorrow, like yesterday. I'm like, why am I not there yet? So I couldn't agree with you more. And I think that is a struggle for a lot of us because we just want to get there, feel good right away. So I think it makes such a difference. So let's talk more about your childhood. Did you have any brothers and sisters? Tell us a little bit about your childhood.
I have two younger brothers. The middle brother, we're actually, every year we're the same age for a month. So we're considered Irish twins. We're only, there's a name for it. So currently now we're the same age. But
that's
once it's
awesome.
my birthday,
I did not know that. By the way. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Does he call you and tell you, listen, we're the same age, you can't tell me what to do?
Yeah.
Wait, are you the oldest though?
I'm the oldest. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I'm the second oldest. I couldn't take that role. They would perish. My brothers and sisters would perish if I was the oldest. That is a big role. I mean, how did you take on that role as an older sister?
They didn't really, well, the middle brother, he didn't really treat me like the older sister. He just saw himself at some points as the older brother. But my youngest brother, we still are, but we're going up, but very close. So I took over, like I tried to act like his mom a lot of the times. I don't know, just want to boss him around, but it's definitely cool. And it's funny because I think I'm the only cousin in my family that doesn't have a sister. Everyone else is like paired up in twos and sisters, but I have two brothers. So I have no idea like how to, like how it feels like to have a sister whatsoever. I know brothers fighting, loud, food thrown everywhere. Like that's what I'm used to.
Oh my God, I love that. That's okay. It sounds like you have enough girls in the family for a lifetime. So God knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
He does. He does. He knows I can't share. He knows I don't know how to share. So it worked out.
You see? Imagine if you had two other sisters instead.
I know.
I mean, the fight.
I know.
So just grateful. He knows what he's doing. I couldn't agree more. I have two sisters and God. Oh my God, we used to fight all the time. So,
are you the middle or the youngest?
I am the second oldest out of four. And
okay.
I wanted to be the baby and I wasn't. And that's a whole different story for another day. But I wanted to be the youngest. So there are three girls and one boy. So my parents wanted to have a boy so badly. So that's why they kept having kids. And we were like, Mom, are you going to stop? We're good now. But finally they stopped after they had one boy. But yes, we used to fight all the time. But I love my sister to death. We have stories for days. I can write a book with them on the stories we have. But yeah, the fighting was nonstop. So be grateful.
Healthy hair should be more, I guess, of a concern, right? That's something that we should strive for rather than like long hair. So I feel like more Haitian women are being bold and being more unapologetically themselves. So I have super high hopes. This generation is killing it.